I don't know where I am right now. I got stuck in this room. This horrible, horrible room. With a camera, a TV, and some game systems. When they locked me in here, they told me that I had to play the worst games that I could find. They weren't joking. They weren't joking. I tried giving them nothing but games that were mediocre to good. And every time, they would hit me with potatoes, with rotten potatoes. Every time. So I finally gave them one. Yeah, I finally gave them one bad game. And they gave me two. They gave me two games with the same name. One good, one bad. And they told me I had to compare and contrast. And not just play for a few minutes. I had to beat both games. And compare their graphics, their music, gameplay, and boss fights to determine which one was overall better, based purely on that. You don't know what I've done, what I've been through, what I've seen. This is Versus. First, we're looking at the graphics. The easiest part. The easiest part.
Yes. First, we're going to start with Darkwing Duck for the NES. As you can tell from this intro, it looks like Mega Man. In fact, in general, all the graphics look like they belong to Mega Man. But it does look like Darkwing Duck. It does look like his enemies with beautiful and varied backgrounds, with a lot of different, totally different color palettes, which is very nice to see. And it includes things like cityscapes and like rooftops with starry nights, which is really nice. And construction zones slash bridges. I believe this is just a bridge, just from the background graphics, but it's hard to tell sometimes with some of these 8-bit games what they're supposed to be, so I'm just going to guess it's a bridge. And then you have the overworld stage where you see things like this. Now for the Darkwing Duck for the TurboGrafx, the graphics look like they belong to the cartoon. Like legitimately belong to the cartoon. It looks perfect. It looks exactly the way it's supposed to. So I can't believe I'm saying this, but it looks beautiful. And even it has varied backgrounds with high detail, like the cityscape here, which looks amazingly good. And then on top of that, you have this beautiful level selection screen where you choose with a magnifying glass between Tuscanini, Megavolt, can't remember his name, and Steelbeak. And the dungeon levels look beautiful as well. Even though the backgrounds do repeat, it doesn't get annoying. And then you have the puzzle levels where it looks beautiful, like beyond beautiful. It looks like they just took a screenshot from the show and threw gameplay off of it. So overall, I would have to say that this TurboGrafx game looks far better than the NES game, mainly because of that 16-bit processor for graphics that's in the TurboGrafx 16/PC engine.
It looks so good. Just because something looks good doesn't mean it is.
Sorry, NES, but it looks like TurboGrafx 16 is the winner.
We're on to the gameplay now. Help us all.
Alright, so the NES game controls exactly like a Mega Man. You jump around and shoot, which really smooth controls. If you played Mega Man, you've probably played Darkwing Duck. It is got a few new things like climbing on the walls, grabbing onto things, but sometimes it doesn't work. Other times you have these beautiful obstructions, but it doesn't matter because it still feels fluid to go through it. Beyond perfect control system.
Just show the next clip.
And here you have the down thrust to jump off things, which sometimes works and sometimes it doesn't. And that can actually help fighting enemies, but if you mess even a little bit, you'll get hurt. It's baffling. Then you have these slippery floors that knock you back when you get hit, as well as whenever you land on them wrong, you will actually just slide off the edge. Now, look at this right here. This is a perfect example of the jump slam mechanics not working. Because if you don't do it right, you die.
Why is it so bad? Why is it so bad?
Winner is NES.
Now we're at the music. The music.
Listen to this beautiful NES rendition of Darkwing Duck music. Just listen to it. Doesn't that sound beautiful? Doesn't it sound like it belongs to a Mega Man game? I have to say Capcom knows exactly what they were doing with the NES.
Would you want to hear this ever? Ever? While playing a game?
Yes, this is the TurboGrafx. I'm just going to stop talking so you can hear this.
$8. I had to hear that. 8 hours.
Winner is definitely going to be the NES.
Now we're at the boss fights. Can't be too bad, right?
The NES boss fights are actually relatively simple. It's figure out the pattern of how you need to move up and down to shoot enemies, and that's pretty much it. There are a total of 7 boss fights in the NES version, each one having their own patterns and their own ways they have to get around. But once you figure them out, you can finish them off pretty quickly without taking really any damage. The hardest ones being ones like this where you have to jump up and down and avoid the apples while shooting at the same time. And it's not that hard, because like after this is the easiest, where you just jump across, jump across, jump across, just keep shooting and avoiding their shots. It's kind of mind-numbing. This one is the hardest of them, where you actually have to shoot the mechanic things and then him to beat him. This is one of the easier ones where you just jump side to side, shooting and avoiding getting executed. This final boss fight, though, is beyond impossible. I had to get a glitch to be able to beat him. It's not even funny. Now, for the TurboGrafx, the boss fights are more straightforward. Jump on their heads. Tuscanini here, not a problem. Just wait for him to roll back and forth and avoid the sandbags. Jump on his head, body slam down, you win. With this guy, though, Megavolt, he hurts you when you hit him. So you have to get the perfect jump on him to be able to actually beat him properly. Just keep bouncing once you get that hit, and you'll just take him out like nothing. Moriarty here, also very easy. Just wait for him to pop up. While he's popping up, jump on his head, and then he moves. That's really it. Just do that a few cycles, and you got him beat. It's actually a little bit too simple, but that's actually a blessing in this game, because I could tell you right now, this last boss fight is not going to be good. You're not versing Steelbeak like you think you would. Instead, you're versing a giant Darkwing duck robot. And yeah, I know, going back to graphics, looks amazing. Simplicity, not that hard, but hard. You have to bounce off the parachuting guys that he shoots, then land on his head so many times to beat him. Once you do that, you just walk outside. And once you do that, you get a cutscene showing that you won against Moriarty, Megavolt, Tuscanini, and Steelbeak. And aside from the choppy animation, this also looks like it would either be in the cartoon or in a comic book series. The only blessing of this game is how good it looks. I'm not even joking anymore. Like, I cannot stand this game. But yet I beat it. Beat it twice. Just so I can get this footage for you.
You know who the winner is. You know who won boss fights. You know who won.
Sorry, NES, but it looks like the winner for this one is going to be the TurboGrafx. Now, overall, the NES game controls better, sounds better, and that makes it a much more enjoyable game to play all the way through. It's challenging, but it's enjoyable. The final level here being the hardest part of the whole game. And it's not even that hard. So, as much as I would like to say it, I can only say NES wins.
Why would they ever make that game? It's done though. I'm done. I did what you asked. I did what you asked. No. I played and reviewed them. I compared them as you asked. Now let me go. Let me go. No. They're not gonna let me go. They're gonna make me do another one. Or they're gonna kill my cat. I'm sorry, guys. I have to do this. Remember, always follow your dreams. Oh. Hey guys, thanks for checking out the video. I got a new shop up with some merchandise. I got some shirts, got some cups. I'm gonna be adding more to it as we go through. I do have a shirt on there right now that is a limited time shirt. Only 50 copies of the shirt will be made. Uh, so snag it when you can. Otherwise, it's gonna be gone forever. Now, again, I thank you for watching, and remember, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your chinchilla if you have a chinchilla, and bye.